Hey there YouTube, Rob Bruno here. Today I'm going to be doing a nice review of a manga that I have recently been kind of catching up on the Comic Con, which is the Oh My Goddess series, Season 1. Season 1 is the story of a very young man named Keiichi Morisato, this dude here, who accidentally calls the Goddess helpline and he gets this young lady here named the Goddess First Class No Restriction, Belldandy. It's basically the story about how both of them come to live together, how they kind of get through their day-to-day stuff, and then along the way, Belldandy's older sister. It's not that difficult. Her older sister Erd and her younger sister Skuld arrive. So it's basically oldest, middle, youngest come to live at this shrine that is effectively their home because Belldandy and Keiichi kind of get it from, well, I don't know what it is. He's not really a pope or preacher or anything. He's kind of like, I think he's a monk. Anyway, the anime story is pretty much the same as the manga story. So it's about, like I said, how they get through day-to-day stuff. How Keiichi tries to develop feelings for Belldandy, and how he kind of tries to keep his personal life and keep her kind of powers a secret, etc., etc. I really like this series. I originally bought it on eBay and I got it as Japanese dubbed, just so I could get the general gist of it because it had subtitles. And then I found it cheaper back on Play.com, and that one was in English dub. So I've copied that one and I bought that, and that's the one I've just shown you. As I said, this is quite a nice series. It's about 26 episodes long. Here's basically the backstory. Keiichi Morisato is looking forward to university life, but in reality he has no luck in anything and has had trouble with the clubs, love, etc. The truth is he has had an unlucky star above his head. One day Keiichi is stuck watching the dorm while his senpai, which is your elders, are away, and has a mountain of chores to do to boot. But Keiichi is a good-natured person and is set about doing his duties. And he is about to finish his final chore. He makes a phone call to his elders, the senpai. But the words that come through the receiver are Goddess helpline. Shortly afterwards, the Belldandy appears in front of him in the mirror in his bedroom. Now he thinks it's all a joke. As it turns out, it really isn't. And it goes from there. Then it goes on to series 2. The general gist of it is the same. Belldandy and her sisters, as well as Keiichi, kind of hang around and try and get light through life. That's the kind of updated inside cover of part 1 and part 2. It goes into the backstory about each of the characters and how they've kind of related to each other through the years. And then, get in there, a fourth goddess turns up. Her name's Peorth. She's the same power level as Belldandy, which is, if you read the comic, it basically says that if they really wanted to and they weren't being restricted or anything, they could effectively blow the planet in half with very little effort. I should also point out the first series ends up with the head of things. Oh, what's it called? The Ultimate Destruction Program, I think it's called, which effectively takes on the form of a program that tries to infect Belldandy. It doesn't work. It infects all Urds first because she loses her goddess license, so she can't do anything, and she gets really hacked off with that. Then it infects the antivirus program, and then infects Keiichi, and then goes to try and infect Belldandy, but that doesn't work. And then in the second series, it also brings in Erd's mum, who is a lady named Hild, who is this lady in the middle. Her. She is the ruler of all demonkind, whereas Belldandy's dad is, well, effectively God, if you want to be on that way. And Erd's mum and dad and Belldandy's dad came together, hence the reason why she's half and half. I really like this series. And real quick, I'm going to go into this one, make it a bit shorter. This is a second, like, special one. This is the Japanese dub one, so I haven't actually been able to get an English dub. I don't think one actually exists. Or if it does, if someone can tell me, that'd be really handy, because I really want to watch it properly. This one is basically about Hild, who is Erd's mum, wants to see if you can turn the goddess into a demon. And she almost succeeds because she has a thing called an angel eater, which kind of looks like a giant bug, which it, well, does what it says. Yeah, it goes around and eats the angels of all the goddesses, and then leaves them as empty vessels, and then they can get filled with demons, I should say. I don't know what the difference between this one is. But as I said, this is the Japanese version, so I have no idea what they're saying except for the subtitles, and even then I can't be 100% certain that it's what they're writing is actually, well, genuine. Then we have the film. This is the actual thing that started it off for me for the comics and all the cartoons. I found that in HMV, I think it was, and I started to watch it. And then I kind of went on to the first series, second series, then the special. The special one I actually found by accident on a forum I was just reading at the time. This is these four. 2 secs. Make my hands bigger. These four are actually very worth watching if you're a manga fan like I am. You can get them all quite cheaply on eBay. I think I got the whole bunch for about 20-25 quid, 30 maximum I think it was. Bear in mind this was quite a while back, so I'm trying to do this from memory. It's just a general light-hearted program, it's one of those ones that you can watch. If you're not really into sort of death and blood and guts and sex all the time, just a little bit of light-heartedness just to help ease through the day. So I'm going to put the links to Wikipedia in the description bar below as usual. So my next review is going to be Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex and everything related to it. I'll also put on the link to Manga Reader, which you can get the comic if you really want to watch it and read it. And I'm pretty certain there's a website called TV Links. Now, if this is still working, because the last time I checked it wasn't, because they were trying to close it down because of violations. You can watch the series on there, but to be fair, you could probably watch it on YouTube anyway, or you can buy it like the rest of us. So I will be back in a few moments with Ghost in the Shell. Rock on.